Yo, what up, man? Chris, somebody checking in, man. Back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe button, and I appreciate all the support, man. Salute to everybody. The weekend is over with, man. The 4th is over with. Hope you guys had a good holiday. I had a great holiday, a great weekend, but it is back to work. I'm on my way to New York City right now. I'm actually in Florida, though, so I'll be in New York City in a couple days. But salute to everybody, man. We had a card this weekend, the Riot. You know what I'm saying? Coffee versus A-Ward was a headliner. You had a lot of names on the card that gave some fire performances. You had NXT, you had Muwop, you had Hansel, you had real name Brandon was on the card, you had Snake Eyes was on the card. So you had a lot, Saint LA, you had a lot of good battles was on this card, man, and I checked out, man. And it was free. Salute to Kshine. He gave us a free event on 4th of July weekend, man. So you got to commend him from that. Definitely giving back to the culture, giving a free event. So if you did not catch the stream, be on the lookout, subscribe to the Riot so that you can see these battles, because everybody I just named was really, really good. You know what I'm saying? Hansel versus Saint LA was good. Real name Brandon and Snake Eyes was good. Muwop and NXT was good. Coffee and A-Ward was good. So if you have not seen those battles, they'll be on YouTube soon. But he did drop the next day. He dropped the main event. He dropped Coffee and A-Ward. Coffee versus A-Ward. Saw that battle. I got A-Ward winning 2-1. A very close battle though, and I like that. Sometimes even in a loss, you can still prove a lot. Like Coffee was rebutting and doing all that, kind of had different little things. Like my rebuttal game is just as comparable as yours. Stuff she was saying that kind of matched A-Ward, and A-Ward just showed a little bit more level. I think I may have gave Coffee the second, but probably A-Ward the first and third. If I'm trying to remember. I know I gave him two of the 3 rounds, but I don't expect a lot of intergender battles, but Coffee is definitely showing, man, and she is definitely a chick that has to be reckoned with in this battle rap shit. She ain't even been battling but about 4 or 5 years, something like that. 6 years at the most, and she definitely one of the top females. And a lot of y'all be wanting to see Jazz and Hustle in a rematch, but what about Coffee and Hustle? I think I prefer that even more than Jazz and Hustle, because Coffee gonna talk that gangster shit and Hustle gonna talk that gangster shit. And I kind of, being that the battle was so terrible and so trash on Caffeine, it's worthy of a rematch. They in a better space. I'm not saying they friends, but they at least can be coexist and be in the same building. I don't think it would be a bad rematch. It was a lot of people that put on, man. Real name Brandon was really, really good. He beat Snake Eyes clearly in this battle. Snake Eyes had a great first, I thought, but it still couldn't really match up. Too many fat jokes, and I get it. Real name Brandon got some weight on him. I get all that, but you on the West Coast, you dealing with a nigga that's punching your head off. You can't. Them fat jokes can only go so far. Real name Brandon was really good in this battle, bro. Really good. I actually think he should be getting booked more. I don't know what's going on. I had hollered at Vada early today. He had hit up Real name Brandon to try to see what's going on. I think he was dealing with some personal issues or whatever. I'll let him speak on that when he talk about it in his blog. But hopefully we see more of Real name Brandon, because he got that unique voice and a little unique style that kind of stands out. Like you kind of know it's a Real name Brandon battle when you see it. So salute to him. I thought he did great in this battle. NXT was really good. Muwop was really good. That's like a battle that can go either way. You know Muwop from the trenches, so you know he been putting on. NXT did really well. Who else? That Saint LA. Oh man, Saint LA and Hansel. Every time I watch Hansel lately, I should have put him on the stock rise list, but that nigga might be next up, man. I keep it real with you, man. Hansel should be pretty high for Cody. Pretty high coming up this year. He got a lot of good battles. I saw him battle and what's the nigga from Bash Money? Dollar Bill. Hansel versus Dollar Bill. Go on YouTube right now. Watch Hansel versus Dollar Bill. It is a fire battle. It's an older battle, but it's a fire battle that I checked out. I didn't even know they battled. I was just trying to look up some dollar battles and realized he battled Hansel and watched it. I was like, oh, these niggas going crazy. But even in this battle, Hansel was going crazy in this battle. Saint LA was going crazy too. This whole entire card was actually good. For this shit to be free, probably was a little bit lower budget just because he wasn't really charging a pay-per-view. Niggas was really putting on, bro. So that was good to see as far as that's concerned. And you know, like I said, Coffee did her thing, A-Ward did his thing. We got about, let me see, what is it? July, so we got about 6 more months of the year. It's a lot of things that's about to happen in battle rap that hasn't been announced yet. So be on the lookout for it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that you probably didn't expect is gonna be occurring this year. And just when we be thinking that battle rap is kind of dead, it's really getting more and more lit. You know what I'm saying? URL Summer Madness is coming in September. I'm hearing they doing some big shit, at least trying to. I don't know if it'll be signed, sealed, and delivered, but they trying to do some big shit. TBL as well. You know what I'm saying? The Hitman and Mook battle, they ain't over. You know what I'm saying? They not over for the year by no means. By what I'm hearing, it's coming up soon with them as well. So, you know, like I said, URL, TBL, we'll see what other leagues pop out and do certain things. So I don't know. Leagues are still finding ways to put on for battle rap and give us battles in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? And big battles at that. It's a lot of big announcements that's going to start coming down within the next 5 months, especially towards the end of the year. We already got Hitman and Mook. Expect more announcements on that same level that's about to come. You know what I'm saying? On some big mega matchups type shit, some super top tier type stuff, all that kind of stuff. So expect that to be coming. What else I want to talk about? Let me just go back to this Kshine shit real quick, because somebody asked me, like, what's the difference between Kshine's situation and Av's situation? Now, we know with Av, URL paid Av a deposit. He showed up for the battle. Him and Twerk didn't battle. URL gave him his back end. He never made the battle up. So somebody was saying, like, yo, why they not doing Shine like that? You know, he showed up for the battle with Jack Boy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't his fault that Jack Boy didn't do the battle. Why are they sweating him about making up a battle but not sweating Av? I do agree. It is kind of similar. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, everything isn't fair. So we all know, you know, nothing is fair in this where everybody got a little bit of favoritism and a little bit treating this person this way and that person that way. But I think the biggest thing is, one is Kshine's attitude. He kind of like, Av at least was kind of like, I want to redo the battle. Let's reschedule. When can we do it? Let's try to get on the next card. Av kind of, I mean, Kshine walked out of that Jack Boy battle like, yo, I'm not making up this battle. I'm not rematching this nigga. He caught a seizure. I think he's faking, blah, 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 blah. I'm not redoing it. So his attitude was already like, I'm not trying to redo the battle, which means I'm not trying to work with you niggas. Okay, so that hurts any kind of, like, I guess, leeway I would give you. It's your attitude. All the fuck smack on his birthday. I'm never battling URL. Like, trying to, basically telling a business publicly is one reason why they'll hold him to his contract even more. Another reason is the money is too great on Shine's part of what URL missed out on. So let's just say URL gives Av $1,000 deposit to battle Twerk. He shows up. He doesn't battle Twerk. Twerk can't do the battle. The battle was for $5,000. So URL gives him his back end, which is $4,000. Boom, he gets $5,000 and he's taken care of. Shine money was way greater. Like I said, he signed an unprecedented deal. He signed for mega money, stuff like that. So let's just say he was getting $25,000 to battle. He missed a battle. Instead of, that's $25,000 down the drain. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, URL had already paid him all his money. So that's $25,000 down the drain. $5,000 for Av, $25,000 for Kshine. I don't know what Kshine was getting per month or whatever. I'm just trying to give you kind of like a difference of pay. I may eat the $5,000. I'm not eating the $25,000. And I'm kind of hearing Shine might owe them niggas 2 battles, bro. Like, we keep talking about the Jack Boy, but I'm kind of hearing in maybe 2 battles that he may owe. Like, he didn't do the Daylight, he didn't do the Jack, and I don't know if he made up any of those battles with different opponents. So he could be out a lot of money with URL in terms of what URL thinks he owes them. So when you look at that situation, you're not trying to eat all that, especially with a nigga that has a bad attitude. So to me, that's the biggest difference. As far as his card, he did drop the flyer. He did fix the flyer. He dropped it. He basically just put a little caption like, oh, it's Liddy or whatever. We back in New York, blah, 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 blah. So it was kind of good to at least see him pop out. Hopefully we get some interviews. We get some trailers. We get some energy around it. I kind of doubt that that's going to be the case. I'm not saying that he won't do no interviews. I'm pretty sure Knowledge in them is trying to catch up with him right now. He's probably going to end up doing an interview. But I just hope Knowledge in them really, really ask him what he needs to be asking and really press him on certain stuff so that he can be more vulnerable. Because like I say all the time, man, your vulnerability and your transparency is how you win in this culture when you're dealing with any type of adversity. EAZY is a great example of that. EAZY left URL, battle Hitman, and then tried to do the trenches, and URL was pulling niggas off his card, and his card wasn't that good, but it got a lot of support. But it wasn't that good though. And it's funny, I was going back and looking, and I was like, this is where me and EAZY started not liking each other. You know what I'm saying? I said, I did a blog, I was like, yo, EAZY, the niggas ain't gonna do the battle. Like, so I'm on the phone with P, right? And P is like, yeah, them niggas ain't doing a battle. I'm like, yo, you saw this card that EAZY got going on? You know, He was like, yeah, they not doing a battle. You know, they not doing a battle. I'm like, what you mean they not doing a battle? They on the card. He was like, don't worry about it, they not doing a battle. I talked to every one of them, they not doing a battle. What URL was trying to do at the time was they were just gonna be slick and they were just gonna pull niggas off the card at the last minute. That's just what they was gonna do. Like, okay, it's the event is Saturday. On like Wednesday, you was just gonna start seeing niggas drop off. Wednesday, Thursday, drop off, so and so. That meant that you would have not really had an event. It would have just been like you and Reed Dollars or something. It would have really not been much else. Maybe one more battle. Me thinking, oh, they doing EAZY dirty. You know what I'm saying? They doing them dirty. I'm like, okay, I'm finna like give them a hint. So I do a blog. This shit stupid looking back. I do a blog. I'm like, I don't know, EAZY. I'm kind of hearing niggas coming off the card. I gotta keep it real. I don't think this card gonna happen. What I say, right? Of course, I'm not gonna get in alive and be like, yo, I talked to P, and P said it coming off. I'm just giving you a hint. If I tell you, I don't know, EAZY, I'm hearing niggas ain't doing the battles, bro, I'm super plugged in battle rap, bro. I'm just really just saying that, but I really know what's going on. Okay. Look what EAZY said. This is what EAZY said. Let me play this shit. This is what EAZY said to me responding. He wasn't appreciative of me giving him a heads up, because if you look at it, the trickle down effect was niggas came off the card. He was able to basically pick up the phone and be like, yo, what's this I'm hearing about niggas coming off the card? Niggas was like, yeah, I'm coming off the card. He was able to change the card and still have a card. But had I not have said nothing, they would have all came off at the last minute. But this is what the niggas said. Look at this. Hold on, let me see.
The bloggers first, right? The bloggers first, we have to discuss them. Every blog I listened to, it was like, yo, I'm hearing something in the background. Yo, EAZY, yo, the card might get blocked. I'm keeping it all the way $1 with y'all for this live. Go grab the pay-per-view right now. Keeping it all the way $1 from this live. Holmesy called me before any blogger made a blog and was like, yo, they trying to get me off the card. So I said, all right, such and such. Holmesy was like, yo, I'm still doing it though. I said, all right, so before any blogger dropped a blog, I knew how do these niggas think they more tapped in than me?
You hear what he I'm gonna tell you. The nigga said I spoke to Holmesy. They trying to get me off the card, but Holmesy said he gonna do the battle anyway, right? That's what EAZY just said. Okay. I don't give a fuck what Holmesy said, bro. Did Holmesy do the battle? Holmesy didn't do the battle. But here EAZY is listening to Holmesy more and ignoring what I told him. Holmesy not doing the battle. Trust me, Holmesy not doing the battle. So Holmesy doesn't do the battle. Holmesy never did that card. I'm gonna show you what the flyer looked like after everybody came off the card. Holmesy never did the card. But this is EAZY not wanting to give bloggers no credit. And this is why this is how niggas started like bumping heads with EAZY, right? Because look, he think he know everything, right? But Holmesy did not do the battle. So he calls EAZY like, yo, they trying to get me off the card. Yo, niggas just be sending out fillers, bro. let me just touch the waters. I'm gonna call Easy, telling niggas, yeah, I'm gonna still do it. I'm gonna still do it. Nah, you're not doing it, because the minute you try to do it, URL gonna put the pressure on you. They're gonna yank all your battles, tell you they'll pay you more money to do this, da 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 da. They're gonna eventually make you cave. And I already knew that P had Holmesy in his back pocket, but he don't know that. So this is be saying.
I'm Himothy, bro. Y'all niggas ain't more tapped in than me, but I'm not gonna jump online and be like, yo, they try to block the card. If a nigga say, yo, call me, yo, they tried to block the card, I'm doing the card, it's no need for me to be like, oh, all right. You know what I mean? If niggas can make a phone call, it's not illegal to be making a phone call if a nigga tell me he's still doing the card. Cool. You dig what I'm saying? All right, boom. So then I start seeing the blogs drop. Yo.
All right. Real quick. You hear what I'm saying? I'm Himothy. It's just me just having fun. I'm about to give Easy some credit now. So this ain't no me talking shit. I had to go back to this blog in order to give Easy some credit, and I played this part. I was like, yo, this motherfucker did not believe me, right? So yeah, I'm Himothy. I'm like, bro, P worked out a whole plan with all these niggas, bro. He worked out a whole plan. Hold on, let me see.
They calling people in the back, and all that shit. So I said, damn, somebody gotta be either now as a street nigga, because you gotta understand, my street shit popping. Sometimes it's business, but sometimes it's just honorable shit. Like, you don't gotta be in business to know if somebody's a fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay. I'm saying, okay, so that means somebody reached out to somebody. So you mean that's automatic. You're like, okay, cool. So all the bloggers keep saying, yo, I'm hearing shit in the background. Instead of just keeping it a buck, it's like everybody I want to say to Angry Fan, and listen, Chris Unbiased is a direct link to these niggas. So when he say, I heard, he might as well just say somebody from fucking URL called me, nigga. You have me all that shit. You might as well keep it $1. You swear you be having the up.
So this was funny around this time, because as I'm telling him his card is about to get blocked, the nigga is DMing me telling me I'm being a hater. You just don't want my pay-per-view to sell. You know, you try to hate on the card. I talk to these niggas, they not coming off the card. I'm like, bro, I don't stop listening to these niggas, bro. They got these niggas in the back pocket. Do not trust none of them niggas. All them niggas come off the card. Another funny thing, the last Mohican, the last nigga standing was Danny Myers. I did a blog. Yo, I'm hearing Danny coming off the card. 3 days later, Danny off the card too. I'm like, bro, all you had to do was just be like, good looking out, Chris. Thanks for giving me the heads up. But he did not want to give a nigga no credit. But anyway, this ain't about me. But this is about salute to EAZY, man. Reason why I'm on this blog is because EAZY is a great marketer. A great fucking marketer. All these people came off his card. A lot of y'all may not remember what this card was, but this card wasn't that great. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It started off pretty good. It had Prep on there. It had Holmesy on there. It had Rosenberg Raw versus Swamp. It had some decent, EAZY versus Reed Dollars. K Walker was on there with Riggs. It started off pretty well, but as URL pulled people, the card got kind of weak. I gotta keep it real with you. The card got kind of weak. This is what the card looked like when it was done. Here, it was EAZY versus Reed, E-Nest versus Dot, Real Deal versus Dub the Phenom, K Walker versus Riggs. Only 4 battles, right? Even got Dot on there, a nigga that don't even be rhyming. So Real Deal versus Dub Phenom, K Walker and Riggs, EAZY, Reed, E-Nest versus Dot. I could make the argument Kshine's card is actually better than this. Kshine got him and Shotty on there. He got Sharon on there. He got Reed Dollars on there. Sirius Jones on there. I could argue he got bigger names and probably a better card. But EAZY was very smart. He got on his camera, talked a little shit about the blockers. But what he did more than anything, he was vulnerable, man. and he was transparent. Like, yo, they blocking my card. I'm trying to do this, trying to do that. URL don't want me to succeed. He played into the empathy of a lot of fans. A lot of fans were just like, damn, you know, black on black kind of company, you know, let the man live, let him do his thing. He played on the heartstrings of battle rap fans. And when he did that, look at the first comment, right? Definitely copping the pay-per-view. Anybody that this the same blog I was just listening to. Definitely copping the pay-per-view. Anybody that stand on business like this deserves the community support. Let me try to go. Because there was some more. Let me see. I'll keep saying this. If you can't copy respect, but you can't lose salute easy. Let me try to see. You officially solidified as one of the greats with this one, Easy. I'm rooting for you to win. Okay, let me see. It took many years for somebody to say it. The talent is the machine. Proud of you, Easy. It's not easy. It's not how you lose. It's how you bounce back. You a leader. Easy Card had dubbed the Phenom versus Real Deal, K Walker Riggs, Dot versus Enes, and Easy versus Reed Dollars. It wasn't a great card. It was an average card. It was maybe cool for Philly because there was some Philly niggas on there. But all the great battles outside of like the main event had fell off the card. Rosenberg and Swamp, like none of that was there no more. So the point I'm trying to make is, look how much support he had though. Look how much fucking support he had. So all the bloggers wanted to see him win. Even as he was talking shit, we still wanted to see him win. So he had Angry Fan and Harlem Legend and Quai and Chris Unbiased and Piper Boy and Vada and all these people was still kind of rooting for him, recapping his event, covering his event. Obviously, him and Reed Dollars was a pretty big battle. But the point of the matter is, this card got heavily supported still, even through the controversy. But a lot of it was Easy just saying like, yo, they really fucking with me and I'm out here trying to win. And people was just like, I'm just going to buy the event for you. And that's what I say when I talk about sometimes when you selling something, a nigga just gotta buy into you as a person. You ain't never just bought something just because of who was selling it. Like, yo, I really don't need these shoes, but man, you be grinding, dog. Every time I come on the block, you out here selling this and that. You just buy it just because you fuck with the nigga selling it. That's what I mean when I say buying into a person. Kshine can do the same thing. His card has better names than Easy's card. I mean, Easy's card was a Philly card and it was in Philly. I get that. But as far as just the names are bigger on his card. It can still get support. You got to get in front of the camera. You got to be vulnerable. You got to explain stuff. You got to pull on the fans' heartstrings. You got to get niggas behind you and get people to support you. People don't just want to see Kshine lose. People ain't on some fuck Kshine shit. But you can't just throw a flyer up and just think you finna show up on August 3rd, do a battle rap event and get people to support it. You got to stand in front of this camera and you got to be like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. The contract, the shit wasn't right with URL, this is why I didn't do this and this. Well, I talked to them, of course they called me a few times, but they wasn't talking like, boom, okay, Power Network, then they cease and desist. Power Network got scared, or, you know, they didn't feel comfortable about this, and I just got to battle, man. I got to get myself out there. At least let me work on the next event, because this event is already getting fucked up. So let me just get something out here just so I can get myself back, my feet back wet battling, and then I can figure out how I want to maneuver. Because I had in my mind, let me do me and Briz on the return. I offered Briz $100,000. He turned it down. Remember that video came out. He can go through all the things that happened in this whole journey, and you'll end the journey and you'll be like, man, I really hope it'll work out for Shine. And that $40 you might just buy just for the sake of it. You might not even watch the event or give a fuck about the event. You just, bro, so many times, bro, a nigga done just bought something I didn't even give a fuck about. Like, dead ass, I did not give a fuck about. I done walked into a store. I be driving so much. I've literally walked into a store, bought some food, drove around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show you the corner, right? Because I'm at the Wawa right now. Drove around the corner, right? Get to the corner and it's a homeless man out there begging for food. I literally just came from a restaurant, came from a Wendy's or buying something out of Wawa, whatever. Saw him out there in 90-degree weather, sweating his ass off, holding a sign, and just gave him my food. Like, I just get some later. That's what I mean when I say, bro, niggas will support. They have to buy into your story, feel some type of sympathy, or want to see you win in some type of situation. I see so much homelessness when I just be riding around. People just standing at the gas station. Sometimes I just walking at the gas station. Our gas station be having restaurants attached to it, like a McDonald's or something attached to this. I see a nigga stand out. You hungry? You want something? I take them inside. Man, order what you want, man. Order what it's on me. They be scared to order. Man, order what the fuck you want. You may never get another meal after I leave this fucking place. If you want 2 cheeseburgers, 3 cheeseburgers, hot cakes and pancakes, get what the fuck you want. It's all blessings that come back your way. It's all reciprocal, man. Reciprocation. It all comes back. You know, money is just, always remember this about money too. It's just a tool to do things that you want to do and provide for others. Don't ever put too much value in that shit, man. Don't ever put too much value in it. It all comes. As long as I'm alive, I can always make money. I've been making money my whole life. I don't even barely look at my bank account. I just know ting 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 ting. All these runs just start dropping. Cleaning checks, dropping. I don't be worried about nothing. So when I see people, I be wanting to bless them. So Kshine can do the same thing, pull on people's heartstrings, and it will work. But you have to do that through vulnerability and transparency. And if you don't do that, it's not gonna work. So he better get in front of this camera and start expressing some of the things that he been through in the last few years. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's been killing him not to battle. He ain't battled in damn near 3 years. So anyway, man, Chris Unbiased, holla at your boy.